In this video, you're going to learn how to stop dieting forever. My name is Denver, and I'm a registered dietitian who specializes in food freedom and fitness. And I want to tell you how you're going to stop dieting in 3 simple steps. First of all, diets fail because they are unsustainable. When I think of a diet, I think of my past self who would try something like Whole30 and cut out all of my favorite foods for 30 days, or cut out sugar completely, or all of these diets that have strict restrictions and make you have a list of good and bad foods. That is what I would consider as kind of a traditional diet. And the reason why these diets don't work is because as soon as you say cut out sugar, like what's the first thing you think of? It's going to be the sugar. And so you may be good for a week or 2, but as soon as you're around sugar again, like cookies, or you go out on the weekends and get ice cream, you're going to feel compelled to want to eat as much of it as possible. And then you go into the guilt spiral, and then you probably go another 2 weeks, right? Just eating everything in sight because you feel so guilty and ashamed by it. And you want to kind of indulge as much as possible before you start your diet again. So the goal here is to stop this on or off mentality. And this is something that we call dichotomous thinking, which is the black and white mentality around food. Step number 1 to stop dieting forever is what I like to call invest in muscle. What invest in muscle means is it's a mentality, but it's also something tangible you can do. The key to being able to have more flexibility with your food, meaning you can go out to eat on the weekends and not feel bad about it and not feel like you're going to gain 5 pounds automatically. The way that you can do this is by having more muscle on your body. And this is why it is the first step, because we have to have this mentality of I need to support my muscle. I need to build my body up instead of always trying to shrink it, instead of always trying to have a weight loss mentality. Because the secret is your goal really isn't weight loss, it's body recomposition. We want to keep the muscle that we have on our bodies or even build muscle, and we want to lose body fat at the same time. So losing weight is not the same thing as specifically losing body fat. So how you're going to focus on this invest in muscle mentality is, number 1, I want you to stop doing so much cardio, so much HIIT, so much of these boot camp style workouts that are just designed to burn as many calories as possible. This is not the same thing as doing a progressive strength training program. In a progressive strength training program is something that is designed to help you increase the weights and the reps over time, which is going to help your body get stronger and really boost your metabolism, which is going to help this goal of you stopping dieting forever. Step number 2 to ditching diets forever is to practice an all foods fit mentality. What this means is, like I was saying earlier, having no restrictions actually helps you to overeat less. And that's because when you have permission to eat, you can finally realize what your true preferences are instead of having this rebellious mentality around food and always thinking that you have to eat as much pasta as possible or bread as possible or chocolate as possible because you know you're never going to be able to have it again. By practicing an all foods fit mentality, for one, we remove the mental restriction around food, so you finally feel at peace. And number 2, you also learn how all foods can fit. Now, I know you have probably heard of calorie tracking before or tracking your food, but the way that I teach tracking your food is different because I teach you how to eat enough, right? It's not trying to reduce as much calories as possible or eat as little as possible. It's really learning what your metabolism needs and how much fuel your body needs in specific nutrients. So we focus on, of course, number 1, protein, prioritizing protein. That is going to completely change your body composition and really enhance the invest in muscle mentality. And then we focus on calories overall. Okay, this is going to be the biggest driver for body composition changes, along with investing in muscle. And step number 3 is something called body neutrality. So what this means is you are going to start thinking of your body in a very neutral way. It doesn't have to be positive, it doesn't have to be negative. It's just basically saying, oh, this is what my body looks like today. And that is okay. I say this because your body is guaranteed to change throughout life. And if we are always stuck on trying to critique every aspect of it and trying to control every single ounce of fat on our bodies, we will forever be unhappy because our bodies are going to change literally forever. So body neutrality has to be a part of the process. It also has to be a part of the process because you have to understand that there is a science to your weight, and your weight is supposed to fluctuate. So by viewing your body and your weight in a neutral way, you can just flow with these changes that are supposed to happen. And eventually it just becomes normal. Ultimately, body neutrality helps you build peace with your body and allows you to live your fullest life. If you want to spend more time with me, I have a free masterclass that you can register for in the link in my bio. I would love for you to join. It's an hour long explaining in detail these 3 steps that I just went over. I'd love to see you there, and I'll see you on the next one.